Good morning, Groovers. I hope you're all well. I'm in a mood. I need some drive therapy. So I'm heading to Guns and Smokes because that's the sort of mood I'm in right now. Do you want to come with me? Let's go. A little disclaimer at the start of this live. I like YouTubers from all over the place. I watch all sorts of random channels. If someone's entertaining, even if they're a bit of an asshole, I still like watching them. Oh, shit. Take it out on your car, Tori. Take it out on your car. It's okay, peeps. There's a bit of a twist in my driveway, and I just went from it onto the footpath. Hey, Scout. How you doing? Are you coming with me for some drive therapy? I'm in a mood. This is me in my baddest mood, by the way. Just going to tighten the bracket when I get up the top, just in case that bumpity bump just loosened it a little bit. I'm actually in I'm in a great mood. I've got a beautiful friend who's driving down. She lives in the northwestern part of Tasmania, and she's coming down. Her daughter-in-law is getting a fitting for her wedding dress. They just happened to choose someone down where I live to make it. So we're catching up later for coffee and lunch, which will be delightful. But I did a little bit of housework this morning, had my headphones on and listened to some channels. I did a bit of channel hopping. I bounced all over the place. And I cannot believe overnight how many channels have gone live and been absolute bitches about what happened on YouTube yesterday. Hence my drive therapy. Why can't people just celebrate an act of kindness, or many acts if you factor in? This is all to do with the fundraiser on YouTube yesterday, Want to Go Lightly's channel. Why can't people just celebrate something amazing was done, full stop, the end? Oh, that's right. If it's done by people you don't like, you got to go live and bitch about them. I mean, honestly, I can't believe the angry motherfuckers on YouTube. I can't believe people can't just put their emotion to the side, put their past history with people down, put down their fucking weapons, and just say, that was really cool, full stop, the end. What happened on YouTube? Were you in my live yesterday, Scout? Oh, you were at the end. Just trying to remember. So there was a fundraiser for St. Jude on Molly Golightly's channel, and everyone who hates Molly Golightly has been pretty much, well, not everyone, but people who don't like her or Laura. And trust me, if it was the other side, I hate saying that, but if you know what I mean, if it was someone on that side that done it, they probably would have been bitching happening on the other side. I mean, it really, at the end of the day, the people are kind of irrelevant. It's the fact that these fuckers can't just put their bloody feelings about other people to one side for a second and just say, that was really fucking cool, full stop, the end. Or that was really cool, this community can actually make a difference, the end. Hey, Nada, how are you doing? Are you still celebrating your birthday? I hope you are. Celebrate to the next one. That's what I always say. So, yes, we got here. Woohoo! Happy birthday. Right. Let's party on till the next one. So, yeah, I jumped around a bit because I do like listening to different perspectives, but my initial thought was, you can't thing that happened yesterday that was one of the best lives on YouTube, irrespective of what communities we all came from or who we support or how neutral we are. At the end of the day, it was just really cool to see the community do something Really lovely. Full stop. The end. There are certain YouTube creators that I'm not a fan of, but if they're entertaining, I don't mind tuning into them. But if one of them had done it, oh, hang on. I need some comfort food. Sarah's here. I just want to go and get me a carrot cake breakfast cookie. You'll just have to chat amongst yourselves for a moment. I've already got my coffee with me, but it would be really nice to add a cookie. You girls just hang out. Welcome anyone who's coming in. Let them know that I'm in a mood and and my bad mood is as bad as this is now. I'm in a mood and we're going to Guns and Smokes. I'll be back in a sec. Actually, we're not getting carrot cake breakfast cookie. There's too many people there, and the guy at the front of the line, bless him, he's telling one of those stories that I could tell was going to go for 83 hours. So why not let's just stay hungry. I'll grab one on the way back. God damn it, man. Now I'm going to be hangry. And I am hangry. But yeah, I'm hangry. I'm angry. This is me angry. I bloody drove off the edge of my driveway and clunked the bottom of my car. I'm not patient enough. Well, I didn't want to leave you guys in my car for 10 minutes waiting for Albert to fucking finish his war story. Bless him. The guy behind me was rolling his eyes, so I kind of figured that was a sign of good luck. You're going to be here for a while. But Sarah does these amazing carrot cake breakfast cookies. Oh my God, they're so good. I thought it was a bit of drama too, like, hang on, everybody, I'm angry. Let's get some fucking comfort food. I'm not angry. I'm just so over. What honestly does it take for somebody to do on YouTube for people to just all lay down their fucking weapons and go, that was really cool? To just all these lives that popped up this morning and twisted everything and made everything sound way worse than it was and said shit that wasn't actually correct and slammed it. Like, fuck, how miserable are you? And I'm sorry, but the channels that are saying, oh, what happened yesterday was amazing, but that's no different to when somebody offers you an apology and they go, I'm really sorry, but, like, there should have been 1,000 little videos up today saying, that was really cool. This community can actually do good stuff. The end. It just flipped my tip. Yeah, comfort food is good. We'll go to a bakery in Sorrel. I need to eat something on the drive home or I'm hoping I get this off my chest. I just don't get it. I don't get how people can't just say, that was really cool. Instead, they're nitpicking and they're Googling stuff and they're saying things that aren't accurate. And I'm going to address some of those things. And as usual, in their chats, their supporters are going, oh, clutching their pearls, going, oh no, that's horrible. And the person that's saying the shit isn't even getting it right. And so now there's 300 people that are all added to that incorrect bloody bit of information, and they're all running with it. The snowball effect on YouTube only happens when it's to do with bitching and drama. It doesn't happen when something good happens. How nice would it have been to wake up this morning to just a whole heap of beautiful pictures, like, I mean, I just put a little simple love heart up, but just all these positive pictures and all these opposing fucking channels just laying down their bloody 30-foot flamethrowers for 5 minutes to just say, that was really cool, full stop, but no. And then one of them goes live to respond to something that's going on, and then another person's live ripping that person to shreds, and so the snowball rolls. And at the end of the day, every single person that donated money yesterday and every single person that participated in that live and had a good time, whether they donated or not, is now being shat on from a great height. I didn't have time to do full research on the Google machine, but one channel was having a field day with where the money went, and it was, you know, on, I mean, I only dropped into MGLs briefly, and I actually was curious to see how the donate button and tried it, but it's not available in Australia. I ended up putting a bit of money over to Red Kite, which is the Australian charity that Blue Ridge has asked people to donate to. It's the same one my sister raised $10,000 for at the start of the year by shaving her head. I hear you, Mercedes girl. Well, you don't even bloody well have to be subscribed now. If you've watched them in the past, or if you've spoken about somebody on your own channel and it's been in a tag that you've put in, you get all these recommendations popping up. But the optimist in me was like, let's see how the community's celebrating today. And then I went down the rabbit warren of miserable turds. But back to where the money was going. It went to St. fucking Jude. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. It went to St. Jude. On Molly's button thing, it said Inspiration 4, and the curious person that I am, I Googled St. Jude Inspiration 4 and had a look on their website, and it appears to me that it is their current major fundraiser. And so then I went down and Googled rabbit warren earlier to see if when charities are eligible, because you have to apply to become an eligible charity to be a recipient of that donate button, if they can basically nominate what their major fundraiser is at the time, because I've got a feeling that's what happened. Because I remember seeing Inspiration 4 and going, I wonder what that is, and I Googled it. And if I hadn't been able to donate money, I would have Googled it and read about it and then decided if I wanted to chuck in some coin, you know? But I've got a feeling that if you're an eligible charity, an eligible non-profit to receive donations from YouTube fundraising lives like the one that Molly Golightly did yesterday, that you potentially also get to choose that your major fundraiser at the time is where it will go. But I wasn't able to find that out because the only way I probably could would be to become an eligible non-profit for donations on YouTube. But I did find out that those charities can nominate, the monetary amounts of donations, and I reckon if you can choose that, you can also choose that your main fundraiser at the time is where the money goes. It kind of makes fucking sense. Hey, Val. Hey, Crystal. I'm hangry and I'm angry and we're going to Guns and Smokes, Crystal. I'm talking about the Molly Golightly thing yesterday and waking up to a plethora of bloody YouTubers all bitching about it, like a bunch of miserable fuckheads. Can you put your prejudices to one side for a minute? Can you just forget for a second you don't like someone? Can you just take a step back and go, far out? The community rallied yesterday and did a fucking good thing. No, apparently some of you can't. And you just sound like miserable whiners, just like me right now. But I think my whining's justified. Maybe if I eat some food, I'll change my mind. I didn't eat breakfast. I haven't had breakfast till 11 a.m. I'm angry. I'll go and grab something to eat from Banjo's. But every little thing has to be criticised and analysed and ripped to shreds and discussed and twisted and bloody exaggerated. And the supporters of those creators are in there with their little flamethrowers ready to get out on the streets and start bloody shooting people in the clacker with their 30-foot flames. There's not many people questioning anything or going, actually, you're wrong on that. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind that the world is currently still gripped in a global pandemic where people have lost their lives, they've died alone, they've suffered in hospitals alone. So many families have lost multiple family members. There are people in parts of the world that have been in lockdown for over 12 fucking months. Mental health issues are through the roof. Domestic violence is worse than it's ever been. And you miserable fuckwits can't just take a deep breath and just acknowledge something good and positive happened yesterday and leave it alone. No, because you don't like the person who hosted it. You'll go live for 3 hours and criticise every fucking thing you can. It's, oh. I never wanted to talk about this shit on my channel, and now I can't help it because I'm sick of going to the gym and getting a baseball bat and beating the shit out of a punching bag, dealing with it in private. It's time I get it out there. I just can't believe it. Oh, and on another note, before I forget, because this is kind of important, I don't give a shit what somebody's opinion about something is if it's endorsed by the person that it's directly related to. And I'm talking about Baby Archer and the candles that Laura is making to raise money for Red Kite. It's pretty well known in the community that hashtag fuck cancer is a pretty typical thing. I mean, I've used it with my beautiful friend Bertie, who died of cancer only in February this year, one of my closest friends. There's no age limit or anything on the hashtag fuck cancer. It is what it is. Now, okay, some people think it's inappropriate that there's a hashtag fuck cancer on a candle with a picture of Baby Archer's face. But you know who didn't get fucking pissed off about it? Archer's mother. She's fine with it. It doesn't bother her. So if it doesn't bother her, who the fuck are you to go on and on and on about that candle and how inappropriate it is? Oh, that's right. It's so you can have a dig at the person making the candle. You know, the fact that money is going to go to a charity for any of those candles that are bought, the fact that Archer's mother likes that it says fuck cancer on there and it's her baby who's fighting cancer right now. Who the fuck are you to crap on and on and on about? Oh, that's right. It's because it's Laura making the candles. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but don't whinge and go at a person who's making candles because you don't like it when the mother, about something you don't like, when the mother said it's fine and she likes it. Yeah, apparently we did all graduate from high school. You know what? My high school wasn't even like this, though. And my year at school were a pack of bitches. I'm not going to lie. But even at their bitchiest, they were still a long, long, long way away from being anything like what we see on YouTube. Where's the perspective? Oh, it's totally trivial shit, Joanne, but it might be funny. I'm funny when I'm angry and hungry sometimes. I just think if that's your opinion, that's great, but why get so fired up and lash out at the creator you don't like? And this isn't about me defending any creators, by the way. I just thought something amazing happened yesterday, and wouldn't it have been lovely to wake up to a whole lot of people from all different communities going, that was fucking cool. But yeah, as far as that candle goes, to just have a go at Laura over and over and over about that candle saying fuck cancer with a photo of Archer's face on there and how disgusting it is. His mother approved it. His mother thinks it's fine. If your opinion is that's tasteless and tacky, to be honest, the person you should tell that to is the mother. Not that I'm encouraged, please don't anyone go after Blue Ridge about it. But if that's your opinion, if that candle is so fucking offensive to you, have a crack at the person who has no issue with it, who's the mother of the baby on the candle. I mean, again, please, nobody go after Blue Ridge. Please don't. But I hope you see my point. Like, your outrage is misdirected. And it's misdirected because of your hatred for the person who's making the candle. But Blue Ridge is an Aussie, and fuck cancer is a pretty common hashtag around the world. And Aussies love to say fuck a lot. And if she's not offended by it, why the fuck are you? And even if you are, so what? It's not your baby. It's not your baby. So great. You don't like it. You think it's vile. We'll just say that full stop. But oh no, there's an opportunity to go back at the person you used to be buddies with, and then you weren't, and then you were, and now you're not again. Like, I'm too smart for this YouTube drama. Probably Cody, but you know when you just get a little under your skin and you want to get it off your chest? Yeah, exactly. You don't know me. Hashtag fuck cancer. When I get back from my little, I'm just going to run into smokes and guns because I'm buying a gun. No, I'm not. We can't buy guns here. It's well, you can. It's quite a process though. I ain't no licensed gun owning farmer. Oh, I've got 17 people. Word must have got out that I'm having a bit of a whinge. Tori isn't paddling and frolicking on the beach today. She hangry. Joanne, they really wouldn't like hashtag fuck cancer cunts. No, they wouldn't, mate. Uh, you know, that time they put out that Ann Geddes calendar, like it was an Australian equivalent of Ann Geddes, all those babies of the month, little cancer survivor babies, and it was the fuck cancer cunts calendar. Yeah, they wouldn't have liked that at all. Fucking cunt. I'm trying to be polite. I am, but I just think you miserable. I actually put turds in my header for this, but just read cunts when you see turds because that's how I feel today about some of you miserable fuckers. Oh, I know people do need to laugh at themselves. I'll try and trip when I walk into the shop, and you can all have a laugh at that. I look like shit too, so don't give me shit about looking like shit. Hello, Stella. I feel really bad now. I really like you. You're very rational and intelligent and lovely, and I've just said some very rude words. I do apologize. Oh no, I feel bad. I know you've heard it all before, and you've got such a lovely sense of humor, but you've got such a lovely, gentle demeanor. You're refreshing. I'm normally quite gentle on the YouTube, Stella. I just with everything that's going on in the world, the fact that what happened yesterday was amazing, and so many little channels, not little, but little turds. You all know what word to replace that with. Fuck cancer, no need to apologise. You're awesome, Stella. Lovely to have you here. I'm really a little channel in the bottom of the world that nobody really knows much about, but I've been watching this stuff for a long time, and I don't know. I just can't be quiet about it anymore. Not that I'm going to change anyone's mind or do or say anything that's going to be that overwhelmingly amazing, but I still like using my voice. Remind me when I get back to talk about the word shame. I want to talk about that. Shaming. Oh, all the pearl clutching going on in a chat. A couple of chats that I looked at this morning. Oh, it's disgusting. People don't all have money. They can't donate. You shouldn't shame people. Actually, let's go to the... I want to get some food. I'm wondering if I should just go to the bakery and get some food. No, because then I'll just shove it in my face and I won't be able to speak. Read your last post, Val? Okay. You've got friends in Adelaide. Nice. I actually live in Tassie, but I lived in Adelaide for nearly 20 years, and I actually work for an Adelaide law firm, but I have the office for them is in Hobart. Val's comment, you made it, Stella. You're going to get some darts. You bet I am, Joanne. What comment am I missing, Val? You made it, Stella. Oh, did you invite? Hey, True Helper. Did you invite Stella over? Well, it is the city of churches, although it's pretty funny, Stella, because a lot of them have been converted into nightclubs and pubs and hairdressing salons. But there are some beautiful churches here. Your last post. As in comment in chat, Val? I'm going up, I'm going up. You made it, Stella. Keep going up, Tori. Oh my gosh, where is it? I'm like nearly back at the top. Val, 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 Val. They can't let anyone be happy. Why though? Why not? Why not? If the planet needs something right now more than anything, it's love and happiness and laughter. Like, that's what the world needs right now. I keep trying to think of an analogy, like a little story about something that's happened in my life. Okay, I've just thought of one. Those of you that know me and know my channel, you know that I came from a family of politicians. Oh, the one about the candle. Oh, gosh. I don't know if it's still there. I'm right at the top. Hang on. The candle, the candle, the candle. I'm leaning forward over my steering wheel, so my blinders are back eyes. Okay. Val says, hey, sweetheart. Then the next one is no, they can't let anyone be happy. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Where's a comment from Val? I don't know if they're all showing up here in StreamYard. You made it, Stella. And then read my last post. Sweetheart, you're going to have to rewrite it. I'm so sorry. Hey, Trixie. The one about the candle. Yeah, it's not showing up. I wonder if Google moderators erased it or something. I don't know. I've just scrolled completely through StreamYard chat and it's not that yeah, I went right back to the start, even where you said, hey, sweetheart. So when I was on the beach yesterday, I was pretty much saying like it's pretty easy to just leave all of those channels in a little dive bar and forget about them. And to be honest, that's where I am going to put them. I've always seen YouTube and all these little communities. It's basically a big city. There's lots of different suburbs. That means different communities. We all cross over a little bit. Some of us like to explore the whole city. Others just stay in their own little hoods. Um, but there's all these little restaurants and bars and everything. And I just think let's just leave them all in the little dive bar where they can all just be miserable shitheads together. Um, yeah, Google got you because of the fuck word. Dun, 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 dun. Isn't that ridiculous? Um, oh man, where was I going though? I just was on this. I just had this moment of this will sound intelligent, well thought out, and relevant. Oh yeah, so let's just leave them all in that shitty little dive bar where the carpet's really sticky because so many people have spilt their Midori and lemonades that their shoes get stuck to the carpet and they can never leave. Like it kind of be like the Hotel California of the YouTube world, and they can all just stay there. They can all just stay there, and then we can get some Chinese uh militia who were super gluing and sealing doors shut during lockdown in China to do that to the windows and doors of this dive bar, and we can just forget about them. The sun has set you up with a mic. Uh oh, Joanne, Australia. There'll be another hangry Aussie. No, we're pretty funny. I mean, this is me at my angriest. Yeah, and good work on the Tucker stuff. I don't know the full story, but I know the outcome was great. So well done, you. And I was saying that on another live of mine the other night. Like, if bad stuff's going around on YouTube, of course people should call it out. But can we? I use the word hyperbole, but can we just leave the over exaggerations? Like the example that I used at the time was labeling Kyle a predator. It's a massive leap to go from okay, he's starting to creep me out a little bit to channels calling him a predator. But I do think, and I don't think he is a predator at all. But I think if there is bad behaviour happening out there, we should be calling it out, but all of it out. Um, but don't. What's this leap to using a word like predator? I was just saying the candle has no pick and says Archie's angels never give up, never give in, F cancer. Hey, Morgan, you've arrived in my hangry live. I'm hangry. But yeah, the over exaggeration of stuff. And so the shaming thing, like, I'm sorry, I didn't watch. Hey, Ms. OMG, good to see you, Groover. I didn't watch every single live that was talking about the fundraiser yesterday. This isn't very nice scenery for you guys. Let me go and get my naughty stick and we'll head back down my way and find a pretty spot where I can pour my heart out. You're in Seattle. Actually, Stella, one day when I drive to Hobart for work, I do quite a lot of drive therapy. Um, but when I drive into Hobart, a lot of people, not that it looks like Seattle, but the fact that it's at the base of a mountain with a harbour in front of it, there's not a lot of cities that have the mountain and the water thing going on. Um, and it often does get compared just on that basis. The same with Osaka in Japan. It doesn't really look like Hobart, but that mountain and water, like big lakes or harbour thing, is quite unique. Vancouver's another one. Cape Town is kind of, but Cape Town's actually up on a cliff, but it's got the mountain water thing happening too. Give me a sec. I'll be back. I locked you all in my car. Sorry about that. All right, let's take you and show you some scenery. Since we've got Stella and True Helper, and I mean, Ms. OMG is fairly new to my channel. There's a few of you newbies. I drew Val's name in the sand. Next time I go to the beach, I'll take more love heart requests. Okay, so back to my griping. I'm going to head back down my way, and if Sarah doesn't have a massive queue, I will stop and get a carrot cake breakfast cookie. But if she's still got heaps of people there, I'm just going to go home and eat. I've got plenty of food at home. Things aren't good for you in Toronto. I love Canada. Being little Commonwealth countries. I hope things improve. Hi, Sky. So back to my rant. Okay, shaming. The word shaming. People were not being shamed for not donating yesterday. Stop fucking saying that, you lying bastards. I didn't see every second of Molly's. I barely saw more than half an hour of it. One of my friends I met on here, who is now a friend of mine off here, messaged me and said, "Oh my God, put Molly's channel on." And so I did. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I did mute it because my cat Sunny wasn't a fan of some of the singing. I've got to be honest. I didn't see all of it. And it's quite possible that I missed well, I know I missed a lot of it because it went for 3 hours and I barely saw half an hour, if that. But I don't recall in the time I was in there and reading the chat momentarily in between muting her singing and doing some housework and hanging out with my cat who likes to be chased all over the house, I saw a lot of love in that chat and people were loving it, whether they were donating or not. There was a good vibe in there. People came together and to me it just was a big, fat, happy, successful live that raised a shitload of money. This morning, just because you hate Molly or Laura or, sorry, I'm back. I will try and read comments when I'll go down to Sandy Point. That's always pretty, or down to the beach. We'll see. But it doesn't matter who did it. Like, whoever does it on YouTube, there's going to be other channels that don't like that person. So it's kind of almost irrelevant in a way that it was Molly or that Laura had a panel with Molly up on there later on or whatever. Like, take the people out of it, although I've got to say, guys, there are very few people on YouTube that could have held everyone's attention and entertained them for 3 hours. I will give Molly that. She is, whether you like her or not, she is without a doubt one of the most entertaining YouTubers that I've stumbled across. And she was one of the first YouTube creators I stumbled across. I subscribed to her when she had 3,000 subs. I've watched a lot of FGL train wrecks. And I've seen her do and say shit that I don't necessarily think is all that cool. But I've also seen her do stuff that's made me laugh. And I saw her do something yesterday and I was like, that was a bloody marathon effort. And you do deserve to be congratulated for that. There isn't a human being in my real life who is perfect 100% of the time and never does or says something that I might slightly raise my eyebrow and go, oh, okay, settle down. So why would my views of people on YouTube be any different? But there are people on YouTube now that I'm starting to dislike, and I'm not a hateful person, but I can't stand hateful people, and a lot of them are just that, full stop. I will go back through chat when I pull up. I've still got my coffee with me, so I'm not completely ravenous. I'll take a swig of my coffee every time. I feel like I need some food in my face. But there are some people now that I'm just thinking you are very miserable and sad, and don't go live and say, hey, what happened yesterday was good. But because you might as well be one of those people who apologizes. I am so sorry, but you made me do it. Or you did this once upon a time. And don't use what happened yesterday as an opportunity to continue to whinge about everything that person's done that you don't like, or everything they've said that you don't like, to bring all of that shit back up again, and use what happened yesterday as an opportunity to continue to crap on and on and on in your little broken record fashion. And don't get me wrong, there are creators I like who are guilty of doing that shit too. I just don't watch them when they're doing that shit. But yeah, I didn't see a lot of what happened yesterday. But this word shaming, people were being shamed for not going in there and making a donation. Really? Shamed? I'm sorry. I didn't see shaming going on. The bit that I saw, and I don't know if this is the bit that this particular creator was talking about or not, but I did see Hello Starlight go up on panel and she was chatting with Republican Ash, and it was a pretty difficult conversation to listen to. There wasn't an outcome, and I like an outcome, but Molly jumped up on panel, and clearly there's no love lost between Hello Starlight and Molly anymore, which was news to me because I thought they were kind of buddies, but who can keep up with all the friendships on YouTube, right? But they were both giving each other a bit of sass, and Molly, I thought, kind of tongue-in-cheeky, said, why didn't you come into my channel? And that was it. Like, it wasn't, you are the most horrible person in the world because you didn't come into my channel and you didn't donate any money. You're a cheap-ass scumbag hoe. That's shaming somebody. How does something like a bit of a tongue-in-cheek slinging back at her, well, I didn't see you in my channel donating money yesterday. That was it. Is that shaming? No, it's not. Or if it is, then my understanding of what the word shaming means has been wrong for 54 fucking years. I mean, if someone can put a link under my video when this ends, or point me in the direction of a channel where somebody has literally gone ballistic at anybody who didn't go there and donate, and has called them a horrible, like all sorts of horrible things because of that, let me know. I will apologise. But if it was because of that little argy-bargy between Hello Starlight and Molly, with Molly just sort of making a bit of a sassy, sarcastic, well, I didn't see you in my channel donating, or where were you, Marianne, or whatever she said. Is that shaming? Like, and did not Hello Starlight then lose it and call out Molly's parenting skills? Is that not shaming? Is that not actually shaming? And I'm not having a go at HS. Like, they've got their thing. Like, there's clearly no love lost between them. I mean, they're both, to me, personalities on YouTube that have got a bit more personality than other personalities, whether you like them or not. They both stand out a bit more than others. There are a few drips on YouTube. I'm probably one of them, because I don't have those extreme shouty moments and dramatics and theatrics. But why am I going there? I need to go there. But yeah, so now there's all these people that were watching several creators today thinking that anyone who didn't go in there or donate was shamed. And that's not what I saw yesterday. I saw two creators that don't like each other more having a little sparring match. And there was no outrage on several channels who were saying that people are being shamed by Molly, also saying that Hello Starlight shamed Molly's parenting skills. Selective deafness? the crack of the whip, motherfuckers. Like, we're not idiots. We watch this and we're like, yeah, we saw that, and that wasn't really shaming. But now there's hundreds of people who follow numerous YouTube channels going, oh my God, people who didn't know donate were shamed. Not everybody's got money. Not everyone can donate. I wasn't there because I had something on. I've been shamed because I wasn't in that live. That's not what happened. I will pull over. I can't believe I've got 20 people. I need to rant more often. I go live and teach you how to make 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies. I'm lucky if I get 6 people. Feels good to get shit off your chest, though. Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. Um, I don't know. Like, we're subs and we see how ridiculous this is. Why can't they? Or is that their thing? Like, you know, is that what makes them feel good? I don't know. But it's batshit bananas as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, can we maybe use words where they belong? So yeah, when I talked about Kyle being called a predator, I talked about why words like that exist in our language, and they exist in our language to be used when things happen, and those words apply, and those words should be serious and only used when they genuinely apply. Because if you throw a word like a predator around willy-nilly, when that particular person isn't a predator, it actually completely invalidates the experiences of people who are true victims of predators. Can we use, there's millions of words in the English language. Can we start using some that aren't so absolute? Can we use ones that actually apply to what we're talking about? So the true victims of predators, thieves, whatever word you want to use, their experiences aren't invalidated or diluted. Racist gets thrown around a lot. Yeah, if something's racist, for sure, use that word. What am I even doing on YouTube? Is this the right place for me? I don't know. Let's just sit here at Sandy Point for a minute while I have my cuppa. Oh, no. No, this is my spot, good sir. How dare you? Oh, he's sitting here having a cup of tea. Isn't that lovely? We can sit side by side. All right, I'll try and read a bit of cash. Who's confused? Michelle, it's a great community here. We do have a lot of fun a lot of the time. I just was so, hello, Lady Sass. Hi, Nika. I'm just saying hi to everyone as I go back up. Hi to anyone that I've missed. I think I've covered everyone. Michelle P. I'm going to read some comments. I want to go back down to the one about Lady Sass. Molly attacked one of H's friends. That's why she reacted. Yeah, no, and look, I agree, Lady Sass. I do not disagree. I know there's a history, but my whole point of this live, for the most part, has been what happened yesterday was a really good opportunity for people to just take a deep breath and go, that was really cool. End of story. Unfortunately, because of relationships on YouTube and friendships, that were once tight and are now not, and people's histories and their behavior and the way they react to stuff and all of that stuff has actually affected how everyone looked at yesterday. And rather than just taking a deep breath and going, I can't stand Molly Golightly, but holy shit, that was amazing, and the community rallied together and did something awesome. Well done, everyone. How good to see something positive happen on YouTube for a change. But no, and I'm people from all over. I don't have a side. I've been very vocal about who I like on YouTube. I like people who entertain me. I like people who make me see different perspectives. I like people who ignite my brain or inspire my creativity. I watch all kinds of channels. My point was, irrespective of all of these bullshit fucking friendships and now not friends and all the rest, these are people that are never going to meet in the flesh, or very few of them are. So much is invested to, oh, we used to be friends and now we're not, so now I've got to hate them. All of that needed to be swept to the side yesterday, and everyone just needed to say, that was really cool. Finally on YouTube, something cool happened. The community came together. The background stories about why they spar and argue and all of the rest of it shouldn't have even come into play yesterday. That's my point. That's my point. Just scrolling on down, scrolling on down. I like the name Lady Sass. My cat's sassy. Sorry, I scrolled down a little bit and now I'm right down at the bottom of my chat again. Um, also, there's a bit of chat. Kimmy said something rude, highlighted. Molly responded. Stella, right. I wonder if, oh God, my glasses have just got really foggy for some reason. 17 degrees Celsius. Why have my glasses fogged up? Hang on, I'm just giving them a bit of a wipe. I can barely read. I'll put that down too. I might just turn my phone slightly. Poison the, I don't know what that was in relation to. I like this saying, poison the world. Um, they attack Molly as a mom too, so they tip the chat, right, lady? So, oh, so there's a bit of, we've got a bit of argy-bargy happening in my chat. Woohoo! It's a bit of excitement for those of you who know my channel well and know how cruisy and laid back it usually is. We got a bit of passion happening in chat. I don't care about um the ins and outs of their sparring. I really don't care. It wouldn't look, if Hello Starlight had hosted the live yesterday, I would be equally as proud, like, of the community all rallying together and doing something wonderful. Like, whoever hosted it, as far as I'm concerned, is not the issue. Although I will maintain that there aren't many people on YouTube that could have held people captive and entertained like that for 3 hours. Like I said, whether you love Molly or don't like her, if you don't like her, her train wreck implosions are pretty fucking funny to watch. And if you do like her, her train wreck implosions are pretty funny to watch. Like, it doesn't matter how you feel about her as a person. I mean, someone mentioned Kiki Ramblings yesterday, and she used to be I agree, she used to be, I know it was Mel Barrow the other day, like, she used to be a hoot to watch. She was entertaining. Like, why are we switching on telly shows? To be entertained, or because we like every actor in the show? I'm in the first group. And you've got to have protagonists and people in TV shows to keep you watching them. You don't want to watch a TV show that's just like a heap of people you like on a little merry-go-round. Get on the roller coaster. Freak the fuck out, you know? Um, do I have a snack? No, I don't, Morgan. Maybe I should. Feed me. Somebody feed me. I'm hungry. All I really wanted to say was, I just think yesterday was an opportunity for everyone to come together and go, that was really cool. Full stop, the end. Oh, sorry, if I was an American, that was really cool. Period. The end. We say full stop when you say period. Because here, period, like as in girls' periods, same thing for you. All a bit the same, bit messy. We came up with full stop. so we didn't have to say period in, well, you have periods at school, like lessons. Oh, look, let's not talk about periods. Jesus Christ. I'm not getting into the ins and outs of the argy-bargy. What I am saying is it did not amount to shaming. Like, if you're going to say MGL saying, were you in my live, is shaming, then you can also say, hello, Starlight, shamed Molly's parenting skills, right? It's all pedantic semantics. It's all little nitpicky bullshit. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, none of that should have affected. Everyone should have just woken up this morning to lots of peace, love, happiness, and rainbows, had a big collective virtual hug and went, wow, with everything the world's been going through since this pandemic hit, how lovely for people to just come together and do something nice. And no, you're not being shamed if you didn't donate, and you're not being shamed if you weren't there. What is it with all the people in different chats going, I didn't even know it was on. I couldn't be there. Why do you take that personally and think that this imaginary shaming even applies to you? Some people are very self-centered. Do you see that in chat? They're like, or if somebody just casually says something like, oh, you see it all the time. It happens in my child-free community on Facebook. Someone makes a really, or they might say something like, oh, there's a bit of sass in here tonight. And suddenly, or there's a bit of sassy bitchiness, say that. And then someone will be like, how dare you call me a sassy bitch? And it's like, they didn't. They just said things are a bit sassy and bitchy in here tonight. Why do you self-appoint yourself as being that, being like spoken about? Like, why do you make it about you? Anyway, exactly, Stella. A charitable success was accomplished. Everyone might celebrate. And it was just refreshing. Hey, Will the Rocker. Hello, beautiful. Hi, Mel Barrow. You have to stop cruising. I don't want to miss comments, but you guys are chatty today. I'm going to have to start going live from home because it's so much easier to read chat. I can only read like 2 or 3 comments at a time. Oh, you're at your mum's, Will. Stay safe, Groover. I'm sorry if I've missed anything further up. Hello, hello, hello. I did mention your name, Mel. But I agree with you. Kiki Ramblings was hilarious. Wouldn't want to have been on a bad side, but even if I was, I reckon I still would have laughed my head off if she'd had a crack at me. Not that she would, I mean, but, you know, she was entertaining irrespective of who she was slamming. Michelle P., well, if they did join in or say good job, then they would feel in some way Diane is guilty and they can't do that, so everyone else gets to be the bad guy. Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Michelle. Hello, beautiful Emily. Thank you. Exactly. The best 2 words ever said. Hey, that was an interesting comment that somebody made in Alive. It was a US creator who was ordering food and they didn't say please. Because it's always stood out. Even when I lived in America, it blew me away. We'd go to restaurants and stuff and my host mother or hostess would be like, Caesar salad and a soda water. And that was it. It was like, where's the please and thank yous? And they were like, I don't have to say please because I'm paying for it. It's a very weird cultural thing because if you live in a place where you say, hi, could I please have such and such? Thank you. When you don't hear it, it comes across as rude, but it's not that you guys are rude because it's obviously what you like. But I know Americans who say please and thank you. I didn't think it was an across the board thing. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Mel Barrow's the Beetlejuice of my channel. Oh, you rock too, Will. Sentient. It's such a beautiful word. 2:30 a.m. for you. But look at me, I'm live at 11:40 with 25 peeps hanging around. G'day, everyone who's wandering in. Um, Life Perplexed stated she had her life to call out the other side for not showing up. Oh, well, that is a bit much. But I said something similar on the beach yesterday. So am I an asshole? Have I shamed people? What I said was I would have loved it in the little bit of time I watched it yesterday if someone from, and I so don't like saying the other side because there are people on the other side that I really like. But I would have loved it if someone from the other side had have popped in and said something. And then one of the creators that was having a rant about it rather than just accepting a nice thing happened yesterday, she did actually make a valid point that a lot of them probably couldn't have gone in there, that they were blocked. But not all of them would be. I mean, maybe they are, I don't know. But it would have been refreshing. It would have been nice to have seen everyone just come together in that moment. Does that mean I'm a shamer because I said that yesterday? Because that's not what I meant. It wasn't like intended to shame people. I just would have thought it would have been refreshing if people could have come together. The Beatles wrote a song about coming together, and they were prophets. So, but yeah, I didn't even think about the realities of people being blocked and stuff. But surely there's someone out there on the other side that can still roam free. It just would have been nice to have seen. Thanks, Morgan, for dropping links for Stella. You gorgeous girl. I'll be reading my chat back and clicking on them too. I am sub to Stella's main channel. Why are you going in the bushes, Guy? I really want to read all these comments so I can. I know, Emily, I'm growing close to 1,000 because I've started talking about all this drama shit, which, it sort of feels like cheap in a way because it's lovely that my channel be growing and it's lovely that I'll have a community page soon and I can spam it with photos of beautiful Sunny. But at the end of the day, when you're just going live and just providing a happy little community for people to come and hang out in, it takes forever to grow your channel. Do a couple of lives about the drama scene and suddenly you've got all these new subs. And I'm not bagging that. I love it that I'm getting new people finding my channel. I hope that you all come here occasionally when we're walking on the beach because it's pretty cruisy and we have a nice time. I love having everyone here. And if this becomes a little happy place for you to come and hang out in, I'm not always angry like I am right now and going off about stuff. But, oh, you made breakfast for your mum and dad. Damn, you should come to my house. I have not eaten and it's 11:45. Good grief. Okay, back here. Everyone is nuts. And I think you're right, Ms. OMG. I think the problem with it, from what I was listening to today, is that not many people are able to put their feelings about other YouTube creators to one side to just simply acknowledge something good happened yesterday. That's really my point. And I was trying to think of an example earlier of something that happened in my life where I grew up in a political family. And so I've had people on the other side, truly on the other political side, do a lot of shitty, horrible things to members of my family. And, as a small child, we used to answer the phone and someone would make a death threat against my dad. And my nieces and nephews had similar experiences, unfortunately, not one, they had several, when their dad became premier down here. And um, it, you constantly felt like I didn't have any political affiliation. My parents, when you grow up in a political family, the importance of your vote in a country where we have compulsory voting was reinforced over and over and over with us as kids. You make your choice. You vote for who you think represents what you believe in. And so it used to annoy me that I just got abused by people purely because my father belonged to a certain political party and my grandfather and my uncle and my brother. And when my mum died, um, not long after that, my brother got into Parliament. And one of the members of the other political party, who was actually premier at the time, when it was election night and Will's party got in and won, her speech was about, she acknowledged her parents being in the room and helping her, like on election night, but most of her speech was acknowledging how she felt for my brother, that both our mum and dad had died and they weren't there to see their son become an elected member of parliament. And it was an incredibly touching, generous speech, and it was beautiful. And every time I bump into her, even though that happened nearly 20 years ago, I still, not 20 years ago, sorry, 15 years ago, 14 years ago, I still thank her for that, because she laid down her political weapons and her opinion of my family and the political party that they belong to just do something really nice. And it was really touching. And when people continue to give me shit about my family and the political party they belong to, I tell them that story and say, you know, you can actually be nice to people and not just always have a go at them whenever you see them because they are in a political party you don't like. And I guess YouTube's the same. Like, people can still acknowledge something lovely happened, even if they don't like the person that made it happen. You don't have to always form an opinion or talk about something because of how you personally feel about a person. If a person does something wonderful, why can't you acknowledge it? That was the whole point of this live. And if everyone sort of says, well, you know, the wounds run deep and all the rest of it, well, take a check, like a reality check. It's on YouTube. You're not going to meet many people that you engage with on YouTube. And if you do and you have these lifelong friends, that's a beautiful thing. But how deep are the wounds really? Because YouTube's something you can literally log out of and never go back to. I'm so behind in chat. Let me scroll on down. I just thought something lovely happened, and irrespective of where it happened or how anyone feels about those creators, it would have just been lovely if everyone had just had a collective virtual group hug and said, holy shit, sometimes good things happen on here. And it restored my faith in YouTube. I just wish it had restored other people's too. I hope you're back out of the bushes now, Sky. Emily, you're incredibly polite. Of course you would have always said it. I know that in Missouri, where I lived, there was a lot of politeness. Mel Barrow's giving out lottery numbers. Will's just being beautiful as always, because he truly is. We've got an Airedale Terrier with a full tummy, unlike me, but that's good to know. I hope that you guys feel like you can talk here, because it's a pretty gentle, it is beautiful, isn't it, Stella? I'm going to take you around to the beach in a second. I agree, Nika. Yes, it healed a lot for her in the community. Animals are the best. I'll true help her and Stella as well. You've got to hang out on my channel, because I'm starting to try and get some video of my rescue cat. I rescue elderly cats. I'm the Southern Tasmanian retirement village for wayward floofs. But I've got this cat, Sunny. My beautiful Biscuit died in February and she was 9. And I rescued another one 3 weeks later, Sunny. She's so beautiful. If you want to watch the video, My Dirty Little Secret, you'll see her in that. But I'm not saying anything else about that video. Or the people who keep telling me I'm mad because of that video, crazy. Val? No, was it Val or Stop Animal Cruelty? It was one of you two. Take you around to the beach and I'll just scroll back through the last comments, because that's all I really wanted to say. And I did want to clarify too that I think a lot of subs have waited for this moment for a long time. I think a lot of us have always believed there's goodness out there. And I think all of these creators who are all fighting with each other have all got things to offer this community. I wouldn't be watching or listening to them if I didn't think that there was potential in all of them to do and say some nice stuff. Oh, wait, hang on, hang on. There's nobody at the thing. I'm going to go and grab a cookie and we'll go to the beach and I'll eat it and then I'll end this live. Sirens, best coffee and cakes in the world. You all just chat amongst yourselves. God damn it, man. There were carrot cake breakfast cookies when I was there earlier and I chose to not wait. So I got an Anzac. These are biscuits we have in Australia. They're basically porridge in a cookie. It's an oats cookie. They're so good. Oh, no. Oh, Seamus. Oh, Emily. Do you know what? I was in the kitchen yesterday or the day before, and I don't know what happened, but this little memory of biscuit popped in my head, and I just fell on the floor and bawled my eyes out. Sonny was looking at me like, "What's wrong with you? You're a whack job." Oh, okay, I feel better now. I've got some food. The hungry rant is over. Let's go and see what the beach is like today. I'll finish reading Chitty Chat. Um, I'd just love it if everyone could lay down their weapons and just say, that was lovely. And leave it at that. Or be inspired by it to think of something good that you can do on your own channel or just go live and just say, wow, this community is actually really special. And I've kind of been taking you guys for granted because all I do is go live over and over and over again and bitch about other people. And you've reminded me, I'm not talking about me personally, but, from a creator, like, You know, this is actually reminding me that once upon a time I used to do creative stuff that you all loved. And if you guys still want to be drama channels and go live bitching about each other, that's fine, but throw a bit of love in the mix too. Because as subs, we get notifications and it's like, oh, cool, someone's put something up, and then you see it and you're like, oh, they're going live to bitch. Oh, well, I won't be watching that. But if you got a notification saying so and so's uploaded a video and you know that they're capable of creating funny little videos or inspirational videos or whatever, go and watch it. Just throw some love in the mix. Leave your emotions at the door sometimes. Oh, yeah, anger feelings, you know. Actually, what's happened? Oh, I think my phone's overheated. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Bugger. Uh-oh. Hey, guys. Yeah, it overheated, so I had to put the fan on full bore with the aircon on it. Cooled it down pretty quickly. Thanks to everyone who was in here before who left. Um, my phone overheated, so we're back. Yeah, look at those waves. Nice white caps. Yeah, it's beautiful down here today. Lots of, well, not lots of surfers. Sometimes it can be like 200 out there, but lots of people are walking along the beach and enjoying the sunshine. And Nada. No, I didn't because I ended up catching up with my friend Scott. We went and had, um, well, we hung out. My friend Scotty, whose partner Bertie died in February, is one of my closest friends. And I was actually going to say to him, I've got a couple of things I've got to watch on YouTube when I was leaving the house. And then you catch up and you're like, no, I've got to just catch up. So I promise you, though, darling, I will have a look at it. My friend Kim is on her way, I think. The one that, now that I've finally eaten some food, although it was only a cookie. I'm just saying I got a message. No, it's not from her. Went and real life. Hey? When in real life, Tommy. Oh, what? Showed your video to one of my buddies? I didn't anyway, but no, we don't have great whites for the most part here. We're pretty southern in the ocean. We're sort of, well, we're the southernmost part of Australia, so we're a little island, and we're kind of the gateway to Antarctica in a way. Like, not that that water is Antarctica temperatures, but South Pole temperatures. Oh, I went and had a real life outside of YouTube. Yeah, I did. And I felt so good yesterday after. It sounds ridiculous. This man, seriously, dude, move on. He's blocking, like, there's some big waves, and I like it when the surfers get up and you guys get to watch them, and he's just blocking the view. If you knew he was on YouTube. He might move slightly to the right. Oh, look at you all subbing to each other's channels. That's awesome. That's what I love about this community. This community is so sweet. We always believed that good things could happen. And it was lovely that something good did. Blow the horn at him. Yeah, Morgan likes watching the surfers, and Casper, when he visits, likes checking out girls in bikinis. But heading into, oh, there's a nice wave cresting out there right now. Oh. Oh, yeah, they were too far out. I was going to say, I can't believe neither of those guys tried to catch it, but it was a little too, they were a little too far out. Yeah, Nada's kitchen for cooking tips. I will be doing some stuff in the shitty kitty kitchen. I want to go back to just having fun on my channel again, but we've all been sort of flitting around on YouTube. A lot of us, we all met in 2018, and we've seen a lot of stuff, and it was just a nice, feel-goody moment in time. But for everything to be criticised, like even down to looking at the St Jude's website and having a go at them for the gifts that they give people based on the amount of their donations, and which, like, commenting about how shitty the gifts are. I mean, it's a charity. Like, charities don't have to give you a fucking thing when you donate. It's a nice gesture. You've even got to criticise that? Really? I don't donate to charities expecting anything. If a charity's decent enough to offer some sort of thank you gift, be grateful. Don't criticise them. If you donate $5,000, you're not going to get a $5,000 gift. It defeats the whole point of raising money. It's like, fact that they want to give you a little gift, who gives a shit if it's a shitty gift? They don't have to do that. Blows me away. Like, can we just not rip everything to shreds? And what I said at the start of my live was I did do some research, but I wasn't able to find the answer because I think unless you're an eligible non-profit, you won't know the answer to this. But this donations button on YouTube, to be a non-profit that can benefit from it, you've got to be eligible. You've got to apply for eligibility through YouTube. And then there's some sort of neutral charitable organisation that sort of oversees the whole thing. Every single cent goes to the nominated charity. There's no way the creator makes money off that. But I think that the charity can nominate their current major fundraiser as, they can highlight that, and that's where the donations go. I mean, there's heaps of charities in Australia that have specific fundraisers. So like SIDS for Kids has Red Nose Day, and when it was approaching Red Nose Day, they would probably nominate that as where all the donations would go. Or October's National Breast Cancer Month. So Pink Ribbon would probably be highlighting one of their events in October. You know what I mean? So even though this Inspiration 4 or whatever the hell it's called is a fundraising mission sending people into space or whatever, I don't think that Molly Golightly had a choice. So can you maybe not criticise her for that too? I don't know. Just pick, 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 pick. I love watching the surfers walk by too, Sky. Maybe not that one though. Um, so calming here, isn't it? Oh, he's doing a second walk by for you, Sky, in case you missed him the first time. He's reminds me a little bit of an ex of mine who was quite a lot older than me, and I'm not going down that road again. No, sorry, Bob. Surfers are great to date if you are independent and don't like codependent relationships. If you're into the let's do everything together from dusk till dawn, don't date a surfer. But if you like to have your own time during the day, or if you like to surf and that's your tribe, you'll have a lovely time with a surfer. It was amazing, Nada. And I think some of them actually tried to act like they thought it was amazing. But the problem was they would say something like, that's really good, but, and that little but word just takes away the um, whole point of acknowledging that it was good. Like when you say, I'm sorry, but you are completely taking away the apology. Hey, Sticks, how are you? Anita, anytime. You know that we all are about encouraging good channels here. Just, people that are putting out content. I mean, if there are the lost causes, there are the people that just love the drama, and that's where they're always going to hang out. And I mean, lost causes in, let's not try to even lure them out of the dive bar. They can all stay there and have a good time. It's horses for courses. Oh, no, now I've said horses, I'll be accused of making some stables link. I wasn't, but that's just it's an expression. Like people, it's horses for courses. Go where you want. Like enjoy what you want to enjoy. But when we're all kind of slightly connected, because different communities are all kind of merging together a little bit and infiltrating each other, whatever terminology you want to use, and something good is happening, then woohoo, something good happened. It's pretty easy to just acknowledge something lovely and leave it there. Don't be tainting it because you don't like someone that did something or made something wonderful happen. Like, just put down your flamethrowers for one day. Oh, my beautiful friend Kim just messaged. They're just leaving Campbelltown, which is pretty much middle distance between where Kim lives and where I live. So they'll be down here in just over an hour, which means they'll be here with time to grab a coffee. I think the cafe shuts at 2. But I would like to welcome all the newbies to my channel. You'll find it's a really supportive, loving community, and we do have lots of fun and silliness too. But I have started to go live and talk about things that I've observed just because I kind of want to. LTD TV. Well, g'day and welcome, Groover. There you go. You're on the screen. I haven't been highlighting comments because I've been driving. G'day. We have a good time on here, but we're pretty laid back. So if you're wanting like high energy yelling and screaming, doesn't happen. Apart from this morning when I needed food and I had some things I had to say. And I think anyone who has a channel and anyone who's on YouTube doing stuff, I respect all of you, no matter what you're doing. No, sorry, respect's not the right word. Good on you for having a crack. It's a pretty crazy platform, but it's also, don't laugh at that, guys, stack hat. Um, you know all about me. I don't know if I like, is that creepy or nice? I know, I mean, you could read that so many ways. I know all about you. I know all about you. I know all about you. Your son has a stack hat? Does he surf in it? After I got dumped really badly last year or 2 years ago, and I slammed my knee into the ocean floor, and it was like concrete. And I thought, yeah, if that was my head, I would have been knocked unconscious and just floated out into the oceans. His favourite food is carrot too. Who else's favourite food is carrot? Or is that just another, you're just like, that's another fact about your son? Is the dog pooping? I didn't notice. I did see the dog, but I don't know if it was pooping. I didn't see it poop. If it had pooped, usually an owner would follow behind pretty quickly and bag it up and put it in the bin. That's the way we roll down here for the most part. Stack hats are good. Just the words stack hat together are good. The two words that together are just awesome. You stood in dog shit this morning. You're an interesting groover, LTD TV. It's not good luck though, like when a bird poops on your head. Emily has all the hard hitting questions. She does always. She keeps me in check. Make sure my channel has content. It did look like it. I think it was just sniffing another Oh no, that's bad LTD when you walked into. Oh no. Guess there's a whole lot of scrubbing going on at your house. See, these are the real issues that we tackle on this channel for anyone new wondering what this channel's about. We talk about traipsing dog shit into your house. We talk about surfers who wear stack hats. And we talk about what I'm like when I haven't eaten any food before midday. Oh my God, the story is getting worse. You just have them steam cleaned. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my God. Those Roombas, have you seen those videos on YouTube where people have Roombas and they've got pets and they get home and the dog's done a poo in the house and the Roomba has spread it to every room? Debbie, nasty. I'm going to log off, boo boos, shortly. I just wanted to offload. I have. Thank you for hanging out with me. Welcome to anyone lurking. And yeah, guys out there on YouTube land, keep doing what you're doing. If your thing is you don't like a YouTube creator or a sub or whatever, and you just want to talk about them all the time, you do that. You do you. But when something good happens on YouTube, it's actually okay to just go, "That was really good." The end. Thanks for coming to the beach, Morgan. Pet Spot carpet cleaner. Good investment for them bad days. Thank you, Stella. And yeah, I do feel guilty that you arrived right after I said some very rude words. But I am an Aussie. Not that that's an excuse, but we are a bit crass. We hail from convict stock, you know, seventh generations along, and we're still a bit rough. But we go for walks on the beach. Guys, tomorrow I am going to take you all to meet a wombat. Veruca Salty Salt. Good day. A good day to you. That's a perfect name for the YouTube world. There's a lot of salty out there. Veruca Salt's a good band too. Anything Willy Wonka's good. Well, more Charlie. Willy Wonka. Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka was so creepy. I much preferred the Gene. What's his surname? I went to say Hackman and it's not. Gene. Oh my God. The comedian Gene. I can't log off till Gene Pittman. Gene, what's his name? I can't believe you just sent people here. Hello, Laura. It's the first time you've come hither. Shit, how many people have you sent my way? I've seen so many names in my life today. I'm like, this is random. I used to be Tours Perplex QT. I don't know if you know my new No Traces of Nuts is me. I've said g'day in your chat a few times, and then I'm like, I don't think you know that I've changed my channel name again because I've changed it a lot. But Simply E. Well, when Veruca came in, I was thinking, oh wait, Jean Wilder. Thank you, Dana Banana. Only about 50. What were you doing? What live have did I interrupt a live? What did word spread that some random chick in Tasmania, Australia, was ranting about all the miserable turds on YouTube this morning that I woke up to? I'm such a stupid. Oh, Jeffree Star had a car accident. Um, yeah, Veruca, I knew I'd seen your name somewhere else around the traps, and I love your avatar of Veruca. You're here for the accent. Oh, I've got a terrible I don't know. I think Australians, I think we sound so crass. I mean, we are crass. I literally said the cunt word, and then the next thing Stella popped up in chat going, hello. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I was talking the cunt word and Stella appears and it's like, oh no. I said the C word in front of a decent man. My parents would be horrified. See you, Sticks. Yeah, so the point of my life was I just thought what happened yesterday was so wonderful. And then to wake up to a lot of channels just being miserable about it, it was so disappointing. I really just wanted to wake up to sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows with everyone just going, that was actually really cool. Our communities collective can actually do some good stuff. And that it would have been nice if people just lay down their 30-foot flamethrowers for 24 hours and just went, actually, that was really good. Just left their emotions at the door and how they feel about all the different creators and just went, wow, we're not a bunch of shitbags. We can actually do something collectively that's really positive. And then I hadn't eaten, so I went on a bit of a hangry rant and oh, my pleasure, perplex, and good luck with your count. Actually, do go back to the start because I talk about the fuck cancer candle and how I really don't give a shit what people's opinions were about Archer's picture being on the candle with the hashtag fuck cancer. At the end of the day, Blue Ridge didn't have a problem with it and she's his mum. So if other people think it's vile or disgusting or whatever, that's on them. If the mum's given it a stamp of approval, then tally ho, you know. Thanks for dropping in here. Val, this is where Val hangs out when you're all asleep. We do have fun over here, Val. It is a fun little channel. Um, but yeah, happy candle making. It is used for cancer patients. And I mean, my mum died of cancer, and my beautiful friend Birdie, who died in February of cancer, she was only 50. And I've lost a few friends to cancer, but she was the most recent one of my closest friends. It was hashtag fuck cancer all the time. But the hashtag doesn't have like an age restriction. And in fact, to be honest, fuck cancer really applies in tenfold, like way more when it's a baby that's battling it. You know, like Bertie was way too young, but like she and I chatted, you know, she's like, I've got to 50. There's nothing left on my bucket list. It's a fucker. I've got it. It sucks and I don't like it. But when it's a little tiny baby, fuck cancer really applies. Your daughter's recovering. I'm glad she's recovering, Dana. And yeah, fuck cancer. There's nothing you can say about cancer really except fuck cancer. But I don't think that hashtag only applies to people once they're over a certain age. And like I said, if Blue Ridge, when she saw that candle that day with Archer's photo on there and fuck cancer, she was like, no, it's cool. Bring it on. As if she wouldn't think fuck cancer with her beautiful little boy fighting for his life, you know? It is. It's a hashtag that gets you. And I've seen people with t-shirt, you know, with it on t-shirts walking around the streets. Like but the point was you know, it was endorsed and approved by Archer's mum. And of course, an Australian's going to love anything with the word fuck in it. We say fuck like when we're in a sentence and we're trying to, you know, think of something to say. We don't pause and reflect. We just throw in the fuck word. But yeah, I just thought it was an opportunity for everyone to just go, actually, that was really cool. Well done. And move on. But no. So the miserable turds can all just hang out in their little dive bar. And if some of them poke their head out occasionally and acknowledge good things that are happening, good on you. Because I know that a lot of them secretly probably were like, wow, that is really fucking cool. But for whatever reason, didn't feel that they could just acknowledge it and move on. It was an awesome day for all of us who've been floating around on YouTube and watching things for months and years, just going, why, how, what is this never ending days of our YouTube lives? Like, can something magical happen? And it did. And we could have all just given each other a big virtual group hug and gone, actually, we're not all bad. You subbed Veruca Salty. Well, awesome. Well, look, my channel's very laid back. I'm kind of an observational blogger with very little focus. We just go for walks on the beach and drives around Tassie. Tomorrow I'm taking people to see a wombat, not in the wild. We're going to go out to Bonnarong and look at some native animals. So there'll be kangaroos and koalas. But I did an April Fool's prank. I told everyone I was getting a rescue wombat, and I broke a lot of hearts. Morgan in particular is now fucked for life because of my April Fool's joke. So to make up for that, I'm taking everyone out to Bonnarong tomorrow to see a wombat. Exactly. We all did that. It was inspirational. And everyone was involved. It wasn't just the people that were donating, the people that were in chat and just loving all the love and sharing all the love were just as important, you know. The people that were flicking the link out and saying, come and watch this. I got a message from Stop Animal Cruelty, like on Messenger saying, Tori, if you're awake, put Molly Golightly on. Like, you know, the people that were just spreading the word and getting everyone to tune in. It was wonderful. I did. I wrote Val's name in the sand in a love heart. I will take requests the next time we go on a beach walk. Yeah, pretty much. You've summed up my channel, Veruca. It's animals, pretty scenery, and the fuck word. That's pretty much it. That's my focus. You'll all become completely obsessed with my cat, Sunny, though. She's a supermodel. She's absolutely gorgeous and batshit crazy. I agree, Morgan. You know, there's that old saying, put your money where your mouth is. If you think you can do better, then prove it. Do it. Tori and the people here are so nice and welcoming, fun discussions and a prank here. Yeah, we do have a lot of fun. And there'll be, you know, I'm inspired to do some silly stuff. And once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll have a community page and I'll just flame my community page with photos of Sunny and things that'll make you laugh. But, you know, at the end of the day, we're all in this community together, and irrespective of personal feuds and feelings about other creators, we are all still living in this community. We can coexist. We can acknowledge the good stuff when it happens, and we can roll our eyes at all the, you know, Groundhog Day bullshit. We can encourage people to sub to each other's channels. We can share funny things that we see out there, you know, like, and like I said, if people do just want to go live and bitch about other people, then if that's your jam, go for it. But I don't believe for a second that some of you didn't think what happened yesterday was pretty fucking awesome. In fact, I know that some of the other side thought it was awesome. But just go, that was awesome, and full stop, the end. Not that was awesome, but, and then 3 hours of the usual Scheitzenhausen. I'm fluent in German, by the way. Scheitzenhausen, that's it. Guten Tag. In fact, speaking of, I really should log off. It's shit, 2 hours of me ranting because I hadn't eaten any food. You guys are awesome. Thank you to all the new groovers that have wandered in off the streets. You might find my channel a little bit laid back and not overly dramatic. But if you ever want somewhere to just hang out, my little community our little community is really supportive of each other, and we all look out for each other, and it's pretty nice. Exactly, Emily. You put a butt after it, and I like big butts, and I cannot lie. No, it takes away whatever you put before the butt. I'm sorry, but you made me do it. Well, you're not sorry then. Dana went live. Oh, you did. I love you, Val. I love all y'all. You're good fun. And I started my channel when I was recovering from corporate burnout and learning to live with that wonderful condition known as anxiety for the first time in my life. And YouTube was my outlet. And I've met some seriously groovy people because of YouTube. Oh, Dana, thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Notifications are terrible on the Tuberamas. Um, but yeah, thanks for all being part of this crazy, batshit crazy community we found ourselves in. But it's kind of cool. Like, we're all in the same club. Please chuck Tori a sub. I think we'll get to 1,000 before the end of the year, so that's exciting. I can tick it off my bucket, well, not my bucket list, my goals. I would have done it by the end of last year if that Vegemite dude hadn't struck me like a loser. Let's strike a non-monetized tiny little channel because they played a commercial that was on my channel that I didn't actually own. That was nice. That's really well, it's not the worst thing that's happened to me on YouTube, but that's one of the worst. So I can't really complain. Please put your touch DNA. Oh, bless Emily. Or as Lovers Inc. says, don't forget to sign the guest book. God, there's some characters on YouTube. You've got to admit it, even if you don't, even if they're not people you'd hang out with in real life, you've got to admit there's some pretty interesting people out there. I wish everyone could just accept that and go, we're in this random community. We've come from all over the world. We're all hanging out together. We could all learn a lot from each other. There are certain people that if you go to a party, there's people you gravitate to and hang out with. That's always going to happen in the real world, and why not? It would happen on YouTube as well. But we're all kind of random and interesting. I know, isn't Veruca's name fabulous? 954, go us. Yeah, so many amazing people, and so many people that have just got incredibly interesting things to talk about. But, like, that's the thing that's wonderful about traveling, and so sad that COVID sort of stopped us all from crossing borders and flying around the world and experiencing different cultures. YouTube, we can still do that. And it's so interesting I'm going to take the dog shit comment off my screen. It would be boring if we were all the same. But at the end of the day, we're also all people. We're all flawed. But we've all got hearts. So, yeah, let's stick with the kindness is contagious. If COVID taught us all something, it's really important to just be kind, and everyone can be kind no matter how they feel about other people. Fill your 30-foot flamethrower with love hearts and fire at someone that you don't like. Not that it's going to hurt them, but so they just get sprinkled in love. And for those of you who want to crank up your flamethrowers and put flames back in it, do it tomorrow. Just spend 24 hours feeling all warm and fuzzy because sometimes some really good things can happen on YouTube, and yesterday was one of those days. But I'm going to sign off. I'm going to head home, catch up with Sunny Bo Bunny, wait for my friend Kim to arrive, and we're going to go and get lunch. And I'm going to meet her grandbaby. I've talked you through your dishes. Well, see, look, even my channel's capable of doing something magical. But good night, everyone. If you're heading to bed, good morning for those of you just waking up. Thank you to all the newbies who've come along. I hope that you do return and see me doing some fun stuff. And I look forward to catching up with everyone out on your channels. I'm not hiding behind an alt anymore for fear of being bullied by former mods of a channel I used to moderate for, because we're all now buddies. Well, all but one, who for some reason hates my guts, even though I've never even spoken to her in my life, but whatever. You're a dull traces of nuts. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. And next time we're on the beach, let's do lots of love hearts in the sand. And remind me to do one that just has YouTube in the love heart, because it brought us all together and we should be grateful for that. Till next time, stay groovy, everyone. And thanks to everyone who dropped in. Thank you, Life Perplex, for sending some people over. And yeah, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, I'm going to take you to see some wombats and some kangaroos and a koala or two. Group hugs all round. I love you, Groovers. Be kind. It's contagious. See you soon.